Now, when someone is on your back, probably one of the worst positions in jiu-jitsu, let's look at if I have just two hooks, and we can obviously play this in different ways. I could put a body triangle on them. That would be a different strategy. So what's my goal? I mean, if it's pure grappling, I'm trying to choke Crippy out. I'll be bringing my hand over his shoulder. I'll probably look for an underhook and start to get in with chokes. I might, if I can get harness position, seatbelt position, that's also a good position. So really, what Crippy wants is cross grip defense. He's going to bring his arms like this. He'll keep the backs of his hands close to the jaw. Now, anytime my right hand comes over his right shoulder, his left hand deals with it. Does that make sense? If my left hand comes over his left shoulder, his right hand deals with it. The problem is, if he uses the wrong hand, so for instance, that's his primary arm, cross grip defense. If he tries to stop the choke with the same hand, I mean, I'm just going to basically just choke him. Okay, so the first part of the drill will be, as I come over, he just grabs. Now what he wants is, positions. We want to go to the underhook side when we're, so this is just your basic scrape off escape. So let's just say Crippy come over with his right hand. I'm going to grab it. Now if he pulls it back, I don't follow it. Because now there's space here and he can come in for chokes. So think of it as a Venus flytrap. Say I'm here, as Crippy comes in, I grab it. If he pulls his hand back, I just let go. But if he brings it over my shoulder and I grab it, I'm going to hold it and I'm going to bring my arm over and hold on to it. This dictates the side I go to. Does that make sense? So let's just say he's coming with his left hand, I grab it. Okay. If he doesn't rip it back, I get to this position. Now, this dictates the side I go to. I don't want to escape to the strong side, which would be the side where his choke is. That makes sense, because there's more space on this side. So the minute I have that, I'm falling onto the side. And especially now, even though Crippy's hook's in, I have more base than him. I dictate what side I go to, because my feet are on the mat and his aren't. So watch, if he has the left underhook, my right foot, the one that's on the opposite side of the underhook, it pushes me to my side. My left foot turns my hip to beat the bottom. So we're here. This gets me on my side. This one turns my hip. Does that make sense? So from this position now, there'll be a lot of things he can do to get his guard back. Right? He can grab my head and basically pull me back and then hook in. Does that make sense? Sure, you've seen that. If I start to beat the hook, he might straighten this leg and also pull me and move and put his hook in and turn again. That's another thing he can do. So if that's the case and I've beaten the bottom hook, the minute he grabs my head, I just put my head on the mat and I lift my hips. All my weight is on my head. The weight of a bowling ball. Cool? Difficult. And now I put my back on the mat. This is the detail. I get my elbow to the mat. I get my elbow to the mat. The mat is on my back, not him. Now there's really two options from here. He wants to mount. The second he does, one hand goes above the knee, one hand goes below the knee. And as he tries to mount, I just lift my head, bring the knee in, and then start moving into guard, some kind of guard. That again. So we're here, cross grip defense. As his hand comes over, I grab it, tie it up. Right foot gets me on my left side, left foot turns my hip to beat the bottom hook. As he tries to grab my head, I just put my weight on my head. Okay? And if he tries to open his hook and turn it out, my back is on his hook. It's not going anywhere. The detail is I get my elbow to the mat. If that makes sense. And now from here, as he tries to mount those left flat on my back, I'm turning on my side away from him. So from here, I can also come up. Notice the way Crippy's head is higher than mine. I build the base from my shoulder to my elbow to the hand, and I get my head as this. Does that make sense? One more time on that. So here, cross grip defense. If he comes over with his right hand deals with it. If he pulls it back, I let go. Left hand, and can be thinking about is, I am tight, right? As he comes over for it with the right hand, yes, he might also be digging for the underhook, right, to connect his hands. So another thing I like is, as he digs for the underhook, I can tuck, but then I open up and I let him, and then I have it. But I don't let him get hand to hand. And now we're using our foot to turn our hip. Here, hit my elbow to the mat. As he tries to mat, I hip away, I hip away, I hip away. I can bring my knee in. He comes up on top. Single leg X's there as well. Just under that guard. The game changes when striking's involved. And I know we don't strike, but it's a good skill to have. Say we're here. Kirby's doing cross grip defense. That's perfect. But the minute I start to try and punch from this position, cross grip defense falls into pieces. Okay? So this is where it changes. So notice the way he's cross grip defense. We talked about Crippy's left hand dealt with my right hand. But if that becomes a punch, his right arm deals with it. So in other words, he moves from cross grip defense and he just brings his elbow back. So it's here. That's all he's doing. That's all I'm doing. Now more than likely, I might decide to come underneath, and now he clamps, and now he's got it, and that's the way he's going to switch positions. So a good skill to have is when they're on your back, and it's just pure grappling, it's just cross grip defense. But the minute that strike comes over, I just raise my elbow. Notice the way this hand didn't stay up here. It's waiting. Okay? So as he goes to punch, I'm just here, and I'm just waiting. And a lot of the time, if he can't strike from up here, he's coming underneath, and when he does, my hand finds it. Does that make sense? So again, I'm here, he's punching with his left hand, he just raised that up, and this hand's waiting. The second it comes under, I have it. That's dictating the side angle. Feet comes up, this one gets me on my side, this one turns the hip. This is super important. So you're not falling this way and having to use a hand to remove the hip hook. Because if I use a hand, he's grabbing my collar and choking the crap out of me. So I don't use a hand, or I don't need to use my knee when I get here as well. The turn of my hip, if you take one thing away from this technique, it's the turn of your hip to beat that bottom hook. The scrape off escape is all about beating that bottom hook. So when I tie up that arm, it's this. Get your elbow on the mat between him and you as a wedge. And as he tries to get on top, I'm on my back, I'm turning on my side. I am not letting this knee go to mount. If I don't stop that, he's mount. Take a back a step. He has to get that knee in the mat. One hand above, one hand below. And as he moves to mount, I can tip away, I can move this out of the way. And then I can fill the space. Single leg X's. Or, if I'm maybe better at wrestling, I build the base to my elbow. His head's higher than mine, build the base to my hand. Make it my head higher than his. Just like that, guys, yeah?